we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. I get it go. I get it go. I get it go.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington football team. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making enough. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 76 yards. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
From the 6.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
Throwing on 1st down. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete here. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Baker there on the coverage.
Now Saquon Barkley.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. After a 1-point game, 7-6. This is Coleman. He will push his way down to about the 14. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
The 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Washington.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That catch good for only a couple. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions.
Touchdown, Falcons! Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Hardman on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, You have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look, Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And does Washington have it? They do.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down now. Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
To throw on third down. Jackson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On second and a couple, Jackson, and he's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson's going to try to sneak, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This is Ingram, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mark Ingram in the final seconds of the first half, and the Falcons will extend their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Falcons 28, Washington 14.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
White on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Touchdown, Falcons! Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. As Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there. Here's Hardman on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, Washington takes over first.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turned the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Again, Herbert looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is second and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 32 that time. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Akers. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about it.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley. 75 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Falcons 42. Washington.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Hardman on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw again. Herbert. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. A 6-yard pickup.
Herbert off of play action.
At the 45-yard line.
Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Falcons 49. Washington 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
Third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Herbert back to the air.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Right now. Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made by Devin Bush.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jackson going to run.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this isn't how they mapped out this AFC Championship game on their home turf, but it has been rough sledding pretty much from the start and on into this 4th quarter.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown.
And Washington able to get a score back.
Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
He's got a man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time through the air. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. That's caught by Waller out left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year. Only time will tell, but they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Even blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart on me. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. This that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't liking nothing. Yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the